I was about 19, living in a rural area. My parents were out of town, and a huge storm had knocked the power out. It was about 11 p.m., pitch black. I was sitting in my living room by candlelight, listening to the rain, when I heard a distinct tap. Tap. Tap on the large window behind the couch. I froze. It was too rhythmic to be a branch. I slowly turned around, but with the blackness outside, the window was just a mirror reflecting the candlelight and my terrified face. I saw nothing. I blew out the candle to break the reflection. My eyes adjusted to the dark, and that's when I saw him. A man was standing just a few feet from the glass, soaked from the rain, staring directly into the house. He wasn't moving, just staring. I couldn't make out his features, just a dark silhouette against the slightly lighter night. My heart hammered. I slid off the couch and Army crawled to the kitchen to call 911. The police came quickly. They searched the property with flashlights but found nothing. They said it was probably just a kid messing around and told me to lock up. The next morning, the power was back on. I went outside to see if there were footprints. The ground was muddy, and there they were. Footprints leading right up to the window. But they only led to the window, not away from it. It was as if he had appeared there, and then just vanished. I lived in a bottom-floor apartment. My upstairs neighbor was an elderly, kind woman named Agnes. We'd often talk in the hallway. One Tuesday, I saw an ambulance outside. Agnes had passed away peacefully in her sleep. That weekend, I was trying to sleep when I heard it. The distinct, slow creak. Creak of someone rocking in a chair in her apartment above my bedroom. It was the same sound I'd heard for years. I figured it was the family cleaning the place out, though it was 2 a.m. The next night, it happened again. And the night after, I finally went upstairs to see if the family was there. The apartment was empty, a "for rent" sign on the door. I looked through the mail slot. The place was completely bare. No furniture, no rocking chair, nothing. I told the landlord, half embarrassed. He went pale. He said, "You heard it too?" He explained that the previous tenant before Agnes had also been an old woman who loved her rocking chair. She had also died in the apartment. Every new tenant after that, for years, would eventually complain about the rocking sounds at night. They never found a source. This happened on a solo backpacking trip in the Rockies. I was on a remote trail, hadn't seen another person for 2 days. It was a bright, clear afternoon. I stopped on a ridge to check my map. I saw another hiker about 100 yards down the trail behind me. I thought, cool, someone else out here. I gave a small wave. He didn't wave back, which was fine. I kept hiking, planning to make camp soon. About 20 minutes later, I glanced back. The hiker was still there, the exact same distance behind me. I hadn't stopped, so he must have matched my pace exactly. A little weird, but maybe he was also enjoying the solitude. I picked up my pace. I looked back 10 minutes later. Still there, same distance. Now I was getting creeped out. The trail curved into a dense grove of trees. I decided to hide just off the path to let him pass and see who he was. I crouched behind a large pine, my heart pounding. I watched the trail. Minutes passed. No one came. The forest was silent. Finally, I stepped back onto the path, looking both ways. It was completely empty. There was no way he could have passed without me seeing him. There were no side trails. He was just gone. I practically ran to the next campsite. I never saw him again. To this day, I can't explain who, or what, was mirroring my hike that afternoon.